was the choice that changed your entire life? Will you marry me? Asked my boyfriend Johnny. I hesitated for a split second. This was the choice that would change my life forever. I wasn't sure what I wanted, but I knew what he wanted, and if I made the wrong decision, he would punish me for it. So I plastered a smile on my face and acted happy. Yes! I squealed, cringing slightly at my over-the-top reaction. He ignored it and grinned widely, shoving the ring onto my finger while everyone in the restaurant clapped and cheered for us. He wrapped his arm around my waist in a possessive move and pulled me flush against his body. Leaning down, he whispered in my ear, "Good choice," squeezing me tighter. I gasped in pain, but kept the smile on my face. I couldn't let anyone know he was hurting me. For context, I met Johnny through a mutual friend when we were in college. Things were great at first. We became friends and started doing everything together. I was ecstatic when he asked me to be his girlfriend. At first, he was the perfect doting boyfriend. I introduced him to my friends and family, and everyone loved him. He could charm anyone. His true colors showed the first time I forgot to have dinner on the table. We moved in together after graduating from college. I was just starting off my career and exhausted, so I forgot to make him dinner. He slapped me for the first time that night. But when he came crawling back, apologizing and genuinely remorseful, I took him back. And I kept taking him back after every cruel word, every slap, every punch, every kick. When he put me in the hospital because I dared to argue with him about something I can't even remember anymore, I promised myself it would be the last time. But he promised he wouldn't hurt me again, and like an idiot, I forgave him. I was in too deep. There was no escaping. I kept smiling as we left the restaurant, hand in hand. My family still thought he was the perfect guy for me, even though they've seen the bruises and black eyes. As we headed back to the apartment we shared, I began shaking slightly from fear and anxiety. I couldn't go through with the marriage. Being tied to him forever would quite literally kill me. I had to stand up to him. We finally got to the apartment and he strolled inside like he owned the place even though it was my apartment and he just lived there. He never paid the bills. I took care of everything. I straightened my back and stood by the door in case I needed a quick getaway. After a moment, he realized I wasn't following him into the bedroom for a celebration of our engagement. "Are you okay?" he asked with narrowed eyes. I took a deep breath and let it out slowly. "I can't marry you," I said in a low tone. "I'm sorry." He stood there staring at me for a moment before letting out a bark of laughter. He smiled, and it wasn't a happy smile. His eyes were cold. "What did you just say?" He took a menacing step toward me and I backed up until my back hit the wall. "You heard me." He glared at me. "You're marrying me," he said firmly, "even if I have to drag you by the hair before a judge. It's happening." His threats weren't empty. His family owned half of the town, and he knew several judges by name. They wouldn't bat an eyelash if he really did drag me by my hair. I began shaking harder. "No," I said sharply. "I won't let you bully me any longer." He laughed again. "You don't have a choice." Then he lunged for me, grabbing my arm in a tight grip and twisting it behind my back. Tears entered my eyes and I kicked back as he slammed me face first into the wall. The heel of my shoe hit his knee and I heard a crack. He cried out in pain and released me. I raced for the open door of the apartment and grabbed my phone, dialing 911 as I went. I prayed they sent cops who didn't know Johnny and wouldn't let him off with a slap on the wrist. He was always finding ways out of punishment. Johnny screamed my name and followed me out of the building, face red with anger and eyes wild. He was psychotic, and with all the neighbors witnessing this, there was no way he could talk his way out of things this time. The cops arrived in seconds and leaped out of their car with their weapons drawn. I tripped and face planted on the sidewalk, tears streaming down my cold cheeks. Johnny came after me, but one of the cops tased him and he collapsed a foot away, twitching on the ground. They arrested him on the spot.